Hi, it's Shireen. Today Grogu and I are going to be watching The Mandalorian, Season 3, Episode 7, Chapter 23, The Spies. And I am really sad that this is the penultimate episode already. I'm really hoping I've scouted. But I am also, you know how much this show means to me. It is absolutely everything. I am ready. I am stressed. The Spies. It's making me think of Thingy-Majig on Coruscant. I can't remember her name. But the person who is very clearly still up to some shady business. Also, maybe there are going to be like spies among the Mandalorians because there was Mandalorian steel or Beskar armor at least in the ship that Moff Gideon had been freed from, so they may be working with him, and that is very shady. But then it also could just be somebody else that has the armor, or somebody wanting to make it look like it was Mandalorians, or Mandalorians wanting revenge against him. We will see. I'm very stressed, very excited. Reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions to Star Wars television. I'm now up to date with all of the animated shows. Very excited. Let's go. I see a spy. Or I should say I spy a spy.
Report. And make it quick, as I am short on time.
I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
God, I hate that he's still in a base. Like, this man should be rotting in prison. No wonder the New Order rises. The Empire never fucking went anywhere. How are relations going to be between the two factions? If everyone just respects everybody else's choice of how to Mandalore, then we will be fine.
I hope those two groups
They will if they want to survive.
I love how close Grogu and Bo have got. And he's like, oh, I agree with you, Dad, you know? You're wise. Oh. We respect you, you respect us. We're all Mandalorians. Oh, he doesn't seem too good. Oh my god, he's on the snacks, of course he is.
The pilot provides cognition.
Yes.
Grogu's on the move. Grogu. Grogu, he didn't try to squeezy. This is either the best idea ever or a nightmare waiting to happen, and I'm here for it.
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Grogu has a button that says no, and he knows that it says no, which means he can read. Like, as you know how dangerous it is, the idea that Grogu can now say no? That is a danger to every parent. Oh lord.
He's saying he's old.
Young to operate heavy machinery.
Oh my god, that is
Maybe when
absolutely
he's
fucking
older.
everything. But definitely the fact that he knows that's the no button. Obviously the guy said yes. But he's able to understand that that's the no button. He's a smart
So what do
cookie.
you think? Enough to operate it.
Yes.
Get him out of there.
No.
No, at least let him ride out my office.
Yes.
No, this is not a good idea. Come on. Hey,
Grogu.
Yes.
yes, what?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Like, Mando, this is the best thing ever. I'm so happy you can't take this from me. Yes. So happy right now. It's like that they're walking through the streets and Grogu's still going. Yes, yes, yes. He's such a brat and I adore him so much.
Yes.
Did they leave his little, like, pod carry behind?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my god.
What are you doing? Stop. Grogu. No, you have to pay for those. No.
This is every parent's worst nightmare. Grogu, if you're gonna behave like this,
Here.
you don't get to keep the robot.
This isn't working for me.
You've got to behave if you want to keep it. It's gonna be tense. But we're all the same. We're all people and Mandalorians. How many of you are loyal to Moff Gideon on which side? It's more likely to be the helmetless side, but...
Mandalorian. Only then will we bring down the others.
It seems like a wise plan to me. Moff Gideon's gonna come and fuck everything up though, but... obviously.
I will go. Grogu as well.
He's standing up like, yep. Just Moff Gideon's gonna come and destroy everything, and I'm stressed because this is so beautiful and such a good moment and a good sign. And I don't know who to trust. Is Moff Gideon gonna be waiting for them? Because that stresses me out. Or they're gonna come back up to find that this fleet's been like disintegrated or whatever. But hopefully they're strong enough to fight back. I'm stressed. Welcome home. I'm just waiting for the other Empire shoe to drop.
Only then will we begin to bring down the settlers.
They deserve this so much. And it makes me so angry that after everything the Empire is going to come and try and ruin it. And given that it's the penultimate episode, not the finale, they'll probably fucking succeed.
They're Mandalorians.
Others who've returned?
We have failed you, but our blasters remain in your service.
There are going to be Mandalorians scattered across the galaxy.
I did surrender.
They deserve the truth, and I respect her for giving it.
All remaining cities and Mandalorian lives were to be spared.
She wanted to protect her people.
That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber.
Whoa.
I didn't trust him, but it was the only chance I had to save our people.
I respect that. You had to try.
I had no idea. We were taught that everyone but us had forsaken the way. That you were selfish and uncaring.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand. Nor does station or bloodline. What means more
Actions.
to me is honor
Mm-hmm.
and loyalty.
You've proven you have
Character.
that.
These are the reasons I serve you, Lady Kryze. Your song is not yet written.
I love you,
I will
Din.
serve you until it is.
Oh. Look at my sunshine. Oh, is she gonna find the Empire waiting?
These primitives make up their own rules for everything.
Seriously?
Seriously?
I'm saying that to you. You're the one that called them primitives. You just say, oh, we clearly play by different rules. Do you know how many people we are currently, like, how many enemies we have in this world and we have to choose to make more? Oh. Oh. Get so much.
You touch.
Oh. You were so good. Sorry. Just that really hit me. Just a no, 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 no. As he held them apart, because Grogu sees and he understands and he cares, and he's so wise. And oh. I don't know what I was expecting. I was bracing myself for one of them to get injured or whatever, or for them to just call it off or whatever, or then do that kind of macho thing of, oh, you're good at fighting. But just, I wasn't expecting that. I don't trust anything right now. It's horrible because they made sure the beginning bit was the beginning, so we know Gideon's planning something, and it could be that he's not here yet and he's going to turn up, but I just don't trust anybody or anything. Is it a dragon? Is it a Zillo beast or a... Oh my god, how fast can Grogu move? Oh my god, oh my god! back. Yumi, grab him. We're gonna save him. Yes. Sorry. You know that protecting Grogu is the surefire way to my heart. When we work as a team, that is how we shine. How the frack we're supposed to stop this creature, I do not know. Okay, I see Grogu.
Jetpacks.
More survivors.
Oh no. Fucking hell.
Mandalorians.
Take cover.
Oh, Grogu. Imperials in Beskar, no wonder it wasn't Mandalorians that helped Moff Gideon. It seemed it seemed extremely unlikely that any Mandalorian would help Moff Gideon, but like, I don't know, maybe they might corrupt one, but they have the armor.
It's our only shot at taking the planet back. There's a split in the ceiling there.
Oh, the teamwork! This is how we can succeed if we work together. Like, I feel sick, I'm so stressed. I think a few minutes ago, I had a coughing fit because I was laughing too hard. I want everybody to get out of here, but can we get Grogu out of here, please? No, they're probably leading us into a trap.
You've got to keep up.
Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. This is a trick. Holy shit, look at this Empire base. Is this where Moff Gideon's been based recently? We should retreat because we don't know how many of them are here and what resources they have. The fact that they built this base right on the Great Forge. They've led you where they wanted you. I feel sick. I feel sick.
It's an ambush.
Oh my god. I hate this.
I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit.
I feel
Forged
fucking unwell.
from Beskar alloy. And the most impressive improvement is that it has me in it.
Jesus
You see,
Christ.
every society has something to offer. Why don't we take your fleet off the board while we still have the element of surprise?
Fleet, flee when you see them coming.
Take him to the debriefing room.
Jesus Christ.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
You fucking should have. I mean, I know actually I didn't.
Bo-Katan.
Sorry. I actually did agree with them sending him for trial. But like, one little shuttle through space? No! Freaking armored, make sure that there's no way he can escape. I feel
Let's
so
skip
upset
the
right
conversation,
now.
Shall we? Surrender the Darksaber and tell these people that this planet is mine.
Never again.
This is the way.
Jesus Christ. I feel sick. This is horrible. This is their home. And the Empire building this right by their most sacred place. They've got Din. I want to go back to when Grogu got destroyed. And everything was nice.
We're clear. Fall back.
Not going to.
Go! There are too many!
Oh,
No!
you have to. He's made his choice. Holding them off as long as he can. You're so good. You're a wonderful Mandalorian. You've been irritating at times, but someone's gonna come out of nowhere and kill him. What the fuck? It's been a really long time since I've seen even the sequels, and I still haven't seen the last of the sequel trilogy. Is that like what New Order people look like? Because I did catch Moff Gideon saying the New Order. Is he creating the New Order, or is that just a coincidence? And also, I just kind of paused to try and delay the inevitable. I'm stressed. But you can see they've got the best of the Empire. They've got things that look a bit like Jedi lightsabers and Mandalorian armor, and I'm fucking stressed. This is the way. You did everything. You helped them get away. Okay, so like I actually feel like a bit shaky and like genuinely upset. Like if it had gone on much longer, I think I might have actually broke down kind of feeling. And I think I don't know where it comes from really. It's probably to do with my like hormonal mood at the moment. But just the beginning of this episode. I mean, not the beginning with the Empire. We'll come to that. But the beginning of this episode with all the Mandalorians coming together and the feeling of hope. Like, yes, we as the viewer were like, the Empire's coming, but there was that real feeling of them coming together, the two different sides banding together for the first time, and you knew there were going to be tensions, and you were worried about how it's going to happen, and would it work, and Bo-Katan worrying, would she be able to hold the people together, and what would they do? But there was that real sense of Mandalorian unity and hope, and that hasn't gone anywhere. That, if anything, has been strengthened. Fighting against your greatest enemy side by side is the surefire way to make alliances and to solidify bonds, because you're like, well, that is the real enemy, we can trust each other. But it's just a lot to go from the beginning when they all came together and Grogu getting his lovely little droid and the ridiculousness of like Mando saying you can't have it and Grogu just walking along going yes, 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 to the point where I had a coughing fit. I was laughing so hard. To this, them finally touching ground, finding other survivors, and I was so worried they were going to be traitor Mandalorians, especially because the episode being called The Spies, they knew what they were doing with that title. Now maybe there still are going to be some Mandalorians who are, I wouldn't say loyal to the Empire. I don't think any of them would be loyal to Moff Gideon of all people, but I could see them being kind of so disillusioned by life and so cynical that if he offered them enough money, they might work for him. Though I'm glad that doesn't seem to be the case. Though he did know she had the lightsaber, and like, given that he in the finale was all like, ha ha ha, you're gonna have to kill Din Djarin to get it now. It seems like someone must have told him, but then he also could have just been watching them this entire time and seen it on her belt. But the fact that the Empire built their facility so very close to the Forge of Mandalore, the Great Forge of Mandalore, this sacred, important place, it is exactly what fascist evil things do. They take holy, important sites from one culture and they bastardize it and take it over themselves. So that was really hard to watch. And then to see this huge, well-oiled facility and it's right there. No wonder the Empire said that it was unsafe to go to Mandalore. They were freaking building their own facility there. And Moff Gideon, of all people, the one behind the purge, to learn everything that happened, how he got the Darksaber, because that was something that we never knew, was how he got it. And that it was because, well, she was desperate and she made the deal. Now, I think Moff Gideon was unlikely to ever trust the deal, but back then, I don't blame her for taking it, because she freaking had to try something. They were defeated, and yes, maybe they could have all gone out fighting, but if there was even the tiniest shadow of a chance that her people could be spared, I don't blame her for taking it. And then I'd like to think the Mandalorians would have continued to try and fight back along the way, but in that moment when it's surrender or die, I don't blame anybody for choosing surrender. But we learned by this point, what is the freaking point of her choosing surrender, because you're just going to kill everyone anyway. It was pretty awful. And like when he was like, "Oh, we'll go and destroy your fleet. The purge will be complete," and the pure horror in Bo-Katan's voice, like what every single person was feeling right there, absolutely horrendous. The Empire continuing this genocide so gleefully, and yet people still genuinely in my comments from time to time are like, the Empire's not actually all bad. I think you'll find that the Empire is actually a good organization. It just, maybe has some bad things. Shut up. I will give you the argument that every single person who has ever worked for the Empire is not evil, but every single person who has power and authority in the Empire has chosen that life and has chosen to keep it, and they are evil. They're enabling. Individual low-level people, sure, they maybe didn't have a choice. Any of them that are still there now, they're all evil, because they've all made this choice. So that was very, very horrific. They have Din. Why do they have Din? Don't get me wrong, I'm very glad they didn't kill him. What information do they think they're going to get from him? That's what I'm concerned about. Why the debriefing room sounds like a torture room, which I don't fucking want to think about. But what why didn't they kill him? I am not somebody who ever whines about plot armor. I want all my characters to have plot armor. I don't care. But like, is it just plot armor? Because I'm cool with it. Don't like, I 100% like, I don't think shows need to kill characters off to be cool and edgy and oh my god, shocking. Like this episode, left me feeling devastated, on the brink of like crying my eyes out. And a character that had kind of irritated me a lot of the time he was on screen is the only character that died that I knew. So like, you don't have to kill off main characters to be edgy and out there and make people feel things. But what information does he want from Din? Is it just more stuff about the Mandalorians? Is it, I just don't know. I'm just fucking stressed. Or is it because he knows that there's a chance, like, does he still want Grogu? He didn't seem particularly interested in him. He didn't seem like maybe they already had what they needed from him or whatever. Like, he made the comment about the Jedi having useful things you can take, but he didn't seem to be like, and hand over the child or whatever, which like last season he would have been like, give me the Darksaber and the child, whereas he was just kind of kill them all. There was no distinction of saving Grogu, which could suggest that he has moved on to different plans, and I'd be okay with that, to be honest. Not him wanting to kill him, but him no longer wanting to like kidnap him. But why does he take Din? I'm just stressed. I'm fucking stressed. It's just such a power move, and it was just so, when they had him and they were all trapped and then he was just gloating, it was so uncomfortable to watch. It made me feel so uncomfortable and so upsetting. And it's how you know it was brilliantly written and acted. Like, this show is phenomenal. I don't complain. I mean, I know people last episode were like, this isn't the Mandalorian, what is the point? You can have a freaking fun episode. You can have an episode which isn't tied to the directly main plot, that has a couple of silly, ridiculous things in it. It's okay. That's sci-fi. Have you ever seen sci-fi before, including Star Wars? Star Wars has plenty of ridiculousness in it. That's how things work. Because you have that episode, and then we're all kind of in an okay mood, and then this episode comes along and just devastates everybody, which is a knife through my heart. The parts of this episode that I will be rewatching as comfort moments are Grogu getting his droid, and the yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, absolutely everything. I will also watch him interrupting the fight, and that the goodness, the inspiration. I truly, and I've seen people suggest, people have done it in my comments as well, that this is going to be the Mandalorian, this little guy here. I think the Mandalorian does mean Din Djarin, but it doesn't also not mean everybody else. People are suggesting that he's going to become like a Jedi Mandalorian, like the guy that made the Darksaber, that he'll ultimately become the one that wields it. And I think that little moment, I'm not saying that is definitely where the show is going. He's still very young at this point. But that moment when he got in between the fight with his no, 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 was so beautiful, because it shows you his character. That yes, he's that adorable little goof who's going to go around and eat all the snacks and, you know, be a little brat to his dad when he can. But he also knows when not to push it. He's grown up, he's learning, he's recovering from his trauma. But most importantly, that little moment showed you the glimpse of the leader he could be one day. And I know I'm talking far into the future. He's still very small. But that moment where he stopped the fight, because everyone there knew that getting involved, like, this fight was not going to lead anywhere good. If either one of them killed the other one, it would only make divisions between the factions worse. And to be honest, even if it was just one person yielded, there would be resentment there. Whereas a foundling, who, yeah, he's kind of on one side of it because he's Mando's founding and Din's foundling, but a foundling getting in the middle and stopping it isn't really a person who is super loyal to either side. Just really reminded you the innocence of children and the goodness, and just the like, what are you doing? This is so stupid. I also love the fact that I'm just genuinely upset right now. I'm gonna watch after I finish filming this reaction, before I edit, I'm gonna watch 911 Lone Star, and that's like one of my comfort shows. So I'm really hoping it's a nice episode for me. But oh, my brain is scrambled. I love the idea that there were Mandalorians who survived, because obviously if the surface wasn't actually radioactive, and clearly it was never actually radioactive, it's not even like it's just got better, it was always livable, then there are people who have been eking out an existence. And it's so horrible to imagine how miserable that must be, a tiny group of you eking out an existence in the ruins of your homeworld, never knowing if anyone was going to come. And yet the way they instinctively responded to Bo-Katan, they apologized for failing her, because you could so easily be angry at your leader for not protecting you and not coming for you sooner or whatever, but the fact that they didn't, that was everything. And then Din pledging his loyalty to Bo as well, because him calling her Lady Kreese and saying, like, I will pledge to fight with you, that means the world. Their relationship, I love it so much. And I was really concerned that once he had the Darksaber, that she was going to end up being resentful of him and they were going to end up coming to blows. And I really respect this show for not going down that route, for threatening it and not doing it. Going into the finale of season 2, and season 1 technically, this little one had captured and we had to protect him. Now his dad's been captured and I don't like it. I'm stressed. See, my petition is for season 4 to just be domestic Din Djarin and Grogu living their lives. I'm cool with no fighting ever. This was a fantastic episode. I need the finale right now. I'm so sorry if this review has been a bit all over the place and I probably missed talking about important moments, but I'm genuinely just like, grieving right now. It's a very weird headspace that I got into. Thank you so much for watching. You can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. See you next week.